Your Excellency, Dr. Hang Chuan Naron, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Education, Youth and Sport, Senior Ministers, Secretaries of State, Municipal and Provincial Governors, Ministry counterparts, Development Partner colleagues, teachers and school administrators, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It is a privilege to be here, to be speaking on behalf of the Education Sector Working Group at this pivotal National Education Congress. Today we celebrate the remarkable achievements of 2023. We set our sights on the priorities for 2024 and beyond. And we unite in our commitment to creating an inclusive, resilient and high-quality education system for every Cambodian child. Let us commend the Ministry's leadership in developing the Education Strategic Plan, or ESP, for 2024 to 2028. This new ESP will sharpen our focus on enhancing education quality, learning outcomes, equity and efficiencies at all levels. The launch of the Teacher Policy Action Plan, or TPAP, for 2024 to 2030 is another milestone. It outlines concrete strategies to elevate the quality and the qualifications of our invaluable teachers. The Ministry's comprehensive midterm review of Sustainable Development Goal number 4 on education has provided valuable insights and recommendations. These will renew Cambodia's commitment to achieving the SDGs. While remarkable progress has been made, we must redouble our efforts. We must tackle remaining challenges and improve learning outcomes across the board. In this regard, the findings of the Programme for International Student Assessment for Development, or PISA-D, in 2022 highlight the pressing need for substantial investments to enhance Cambodian student skills in reading, mathematics, and science. A thorough examination of these results will be essential in pinpointing areas that require improvement and formulating targeted interventions to address these issues. This process will enable an efficient allocation of resources and implement reforms that will have the greatest impact on student learning outcomes. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward, teacher reform remains a top priority. The success of learning recovery hinges on the skills, motivation, and adaptability of our teachers. They stand at the forefront of education. We must provide them with the necessary support to effectively guide and nurture students' learning, monitor progress, tailor instruction, and address diverse needs, including mental health and well-being. We must firstly invest in continuous professional development. It keeps teachers' capacities and qualifications in step with the rapidly evolving learning landscape. Secondly, we must expand and implement the early grade learning, hand in hand with teacher reform. It lays a strong foundation in literacy and numeracy from the outset of children's educational journey. But our efforts must not stop there. It is crucial to invest in learners themselves. Key investments will improve learning outcomes, including for children most in need. School feeding programs have proven to be a powerful tool. They boost attendance, learning outcomes, and equity. The recent sub-decree affirming the government's commitment to expanding school feeding, particularly in vulnerable areas, is a significant step forward. We must also transform and expand non-formal education to provide alternative learning pathways. Evidence shows an increase in out-of-school children and adolescents during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. We must strengthen the link between education and social protection programs. The new ESP's focus on equity-focused initiatives is highly encouraging. These initiatives include inclusive education for children with disabilities, multilingual education for ethnic minorities, and community preschools in rural areas. We must also aim to achieve digital learning for all. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, digital transformation in education strategies is another key priority. This is highlighted in the Pentagonal Strategy. Digital education holds immense potential to improve learning outcomes. We must also fully support the Ministry's commitment to building a climate smart and resilient education system. The urgent need to address the impacts of climate change on children's health, education, and overall well-being cannot be ignored. The new ESP's prominent inclusion of climate change issues and concrete strategies to mitigate climate-related risks is a critical step forward. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, during a field visit last year, I spoke with Raxmi, a 13-year-old student from Siem Reap, who shared her concerns and urged me to convey her message to leaders. Raxmi demands increased support for rural schools, including teaching tools, equipment, and technology. She emphasizes the urgent need for healthcare access and environmental preservation for her generation. Raxmi's words serve as a call of action for all of us. As we gather here, we must listen to young leaders like Raxmi. Her words remind us of our responsibility to invest in youth, especially those in underserved communities. By providing necessary resources, we can empower students to thrive and drive positive change. We must act now. On behalf of the Education Sector Working Group, I express my deepest gratitude for the invitation to this important event. I look forward to productive discussions and a highly successful Education Congress. Thank you. Achun.